When we sealed Chronos with his own time magic last summer, we thought that the worst was behind us. What we didn't expect was the beginning of perhaps the most exciting summer in our 9 years of operation, spanning over 4 locations, each with their own unique trials and accomplishments. Our heroes spent their summers defending the mortal world from threats unlike any we've seen before. We sent out the largest SOS we've ever fired off, and you answered the call, going beyond and above our expectations. You faced off against the likes of Eric Bloodaxe, Fenrir, Arachne, and you still managed to emerge victorious. Like I said, a lot has happened, so before I get too ahead of myself, let me go back to the beginning. Sealing Chronos with his own magic led to a number of unusual occurrences in the year ahead. Shortly after the school year began, reports of mysterious portals began popping up all over the mortal world, leading to a rise in monster population that we never encountered before in our years of Camp Half-Blood. We decided to investigate these portals in our after-school and spring break programs, and our findings were unprecedented. Traveling through these portals were monsters, gods, and heroes alike, hailing from other mythological worlds we didn't even know that we had access to. Although their lore and cultures differed from our own, we know that wherever there are heroes, there are villains. So before the season started, we rounded up our troops and made a battle plan. Being the most experienced of the camp programs, Camp Half-Blood Brooklyn served as the vanguard unit of our forces, traveling through the portal each week to the worlds of Norse, Egyptian, and Eastern mythology, in an effort to figure out the motives behind our new invaders. Along the way, they met a number of allies, like Nuwa, creator of the Eastern pantheon, and the king of the Egyptian gods, Horus himself, who aided us in our efforts to right the imbalances the portals had brought to both of our worlds. But our enemies had thought of the same strategy, and it wasn't long before they conspired to join forces, hoping to rid the world of all gods and the legacies they left behind once and for all. Our heroes, however, were able to figure out their master plan, and after defeating the League of Villains, their heroic efforts were rewarded by a visit from the United Realms, watchers of the portals between worlds. They offered them an opportunity to serve as ambassadors, whose duty was to maintain peace between the realms, and with all smiles, our heroes accepted. While our Brooklyn demigods were away investigating, Camp Half-Blood North served as our world patrol unit, defending the mortals of this dimension from any invaders looking to ambush us while our forces were divided. They faced off against fierce adversaries like Fenrir and the Draugr, while also solving the mysteries of the Nordic magic that had begun to seep into our world. With every victory and puzzle solved, they slowly began to drive out the forces attempting to conquer our world. But the Norse god Loki had other plans. Taking the form of a woman, Loki used these invaders as a distraction to sneak his son Jormungand into the Greek world. After one last assault on Inwood Hill Park, our demigods were able to use the magic they had learned from the Norse world to capture Loki, banishing them back through the portals they had come from, never to step foot on Manhattan soil again. With our invaders gone, Camp Half-Blood North celebrated a summer well spent and left the defense of their boundaries to their counselors for the school year. After an exciting pilot campaign, the Legion shifted their focus this summer to revamping their entire training program, preparing for whatever threats may have crossed into Prospect Park while Camp Half-Blood Brooklyn was away. This includes an exciting number of new build projects, advanced formation techniques, and previously unintroduced electives. With the guidance of the always mysterious Lupa, the Legion took their forces to new heights on campaigns, created a variety of weapons to add to their arsenal, and made plenty of friends along the way. While they rarely joined Camp Half-Blood on the battlefield, we can say, without a doubt, that everyone they did participate in was a memorable experience for every camp involved.
Nonsense! Do not put your weapons down!
With uncertainty in the air about the size of the forces opposing us, Camp Half-Blood discovered a group of demigods across the Hudson in New Jersey, ready to answer the call to arms. We set up camp at South Mountain Reservation, but it wasn't long before the defeated enemies from Camp Half-Blood Brooklyn and North tracked us down, hoping to claim the park for themselves and snuff out our forces before they had a chance to complete their training. But our heroes showed wisdom and talent beyond their years, driving these foes away and fortifying their boundaries for years to come. Without the collective effort of our demigods, we surely wouldn't have been able to contain the invasion of so many new threats to the mortal world. For that, we thank each and every one of you for being such dauntless and kind heroes. We wish you the best in the upcoming school year. And on behalf of the Plato Learning team, thank you for making this such an unforgettable summer.